usually takes a couple days. Either way, thank you guys so much. I have so much to discuss. Just. I have so much to discuss in today's girl. Um, First of all, a lot of people are asking what camera am I using? What camera do I use for my vlogs? I use two different cameras, and they are linked down below. They are linked on every single YouTube video. All the way at the bottom, it gives you the lenses, the cameras, everything that I use. I have so much to start with, girl. I just came back from the pharmacy, picked me up some new antidepressants. I needed a refill. I did start taking them again because I noticed that I was getting like easily irritated. I'm tired, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm coming on here looking. I'm busted, crusted, dusted, smushed it. Okay, I'm in a Starbucks line. PT is done, and I don't know where to start because, girl, we have to talk. I'm starting off this vlog with a talk, girl. So, first things first. Yesterday, I had a venti iced brown sugar. Y'all know my drink from Starbucks. We're gonna just call it. Oh, hi, Lisa. I almost did. I recognize your name, girl. I saw your picture. I almost did not recognize you. Baby, I thought I was, but I felt good. Yesterday, I felt like I could conquer the world. So I'm in Starbucks about to get some coffee because as y'all can see, I am exhausted. I'm tired. Yeah. I went ahead. Yeah, I had to look at your picture real quick because. But he's good now. He does have like. I see you had changed your name. I would make sure if that was you. What else? And not a troll. There's that. I have to take my AFT before I leave for my NCR. So I'm thinking I'm gonna take it on the 2nd of December. And then on the 2nd of December is a Trooper / NCO of the Month competition. I just want to come up here and do a quick little hello. You guys have known. I did it the first time. And a happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Even though it's the day after. Sorry, y'all, but happy Thanksgiving. I was pregnant. I needed promotion points so bad. Like I was trying to do anything to get promotion points. Not like that, but like I was volunteering for everything. I was change it? I was like, I have to go to this Trooper of the Month. That's weird. NCO of the Month board, and I have to win because usually you would have to like basically change your own name. I don't think YouTube can change people's names like that. So I haven't been on YouTube in a while. So I don't know what changed or anything like that. Very own Monster Unadapted Mind, where monsters teach you math. Oh my, that monster looks incredible. Okay. Alrighty, these pets aren't going to hatch themselves. Let's go. Ooh, I can't wait to see what awesome pet is inside this egg. Let's do it. Do you know the answer? Click here to answer. Oh, thank you for like. I know you always coming through and liking all my videos and stuff. You got this. Why is this childish ass video in here? This third, I'm so tired. Like I can barely get a sentence out. I'm trying to bite my nails and talk to y'all at the same time. Because, I mean, it's my last final bang, like, you know. So I think I'm gonna go. Don't know if I'll win. I have yet to go to a board here at Fort Hood and not win. So I don't know, but I don't want to use that as an excuse to not be humble and think that, oh, I ain't got to study because you have mom brain. Your brain is cooked. So my brain is like so empty. So there's that. But how was y'all Thanksgiving? Mine was wonderful. I got a chance to spend Thanksgiving with my mom, Christmas with my mom, and New Year's with my mom and sisters and my nephew. You know what I'm saying? Even though I took an L this year, you know, I still was able to bounce back some kind of way, shape, or form. Spending more time with my parents, my immediate family.
But I'm not staying on here for too long. Probably for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then I'm getting off. But I'm telling you, yep, Lisa, it happens all the time. It happens all the time. But I can say we did have a good little run. We did have a good little run. Um, it's like I want to tell y'all something, but I got too many people watching me. So Lisa, I might DM you sometime later on today if I still got your Instagram. But I don't want to say what I got now because my landlord people and stuff, they might be watching because they try to use my YouTube channel to see what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, I'm trying my best to keep a lot of things a secret because I don't want to tell somebody and then, but I don't want to tell YouTube, but then I might not get it. So I'm trying my best to like not tell so much, and that's the goal. That's the goal for 2026 is not to tell people so much of my, not just my secrets, but I don't want to tell nobody until I know for sure it's confirmed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to tell nobody until I know for sure it's confirmed and I'm fully in what I'm trying to do. Because that's something I can record. I'm not gonna record the whole process, but little by little, you know, little by little. I don't want to tell too much. It give out too much details. Definitely good news. But no, it does another thing. It's not apartment related, but it's going to be kind of apartment related. But shit, I shouldn't even tell you that much. Nah, I'm just keep that part. I'm gonna keep that part to myself. I don't want to jinx something. It seems like sometimes when I tell people too much, I tend to jinx it, and then it's not following through. That I know is so. I'm gonna try my best in 2026 and not tell every little detail about certain things. Okay. But it's like I'm so used to telling YouTube everything, but now it's like it's getting more serious. So, and I'm getting closer and closer to my main goals as well. That part, Lisa. That part. Right. That's why I said 2026. I'm gonna try my best not to tell so much of my business because a lot of people feel like I tell too much, and sometimes like what I tell certain details or things that happen, I have to go into like detail. But I'm trying to train myself to not go so far into detail. And if people want to just make up lies about something, then I'm just gonna say, you know what? Believe that lie. Once you believe that lie, let's move on. Believe whatever lie you want to believe. Move on. Once you believe it, block it. You get like me, like them. I don't care. But once you believe it, they'll come back to me. That's the type of shit up. That's the type of stuff I'm trying to be on in 2026. I've been seeing that a lot on TikTok. And it's not just because Nicki Minaj said it as well. I seen a video Nicki Minaj said it. She said, whatever lie you believe about her, believe it. But I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start using that term, that saying. Whatever lie you hear about me and you believe the lie, believe it, and then block me right after. Okay, my IG is still the same. I have not changed my IG. My IG is still the same. So just add my old IG, the beauty ethics intervention one. Yeah, it's still the same. I haven't changed it or nothing. I'm not active on that page at all, actually. But I use it to like DM other people. But I was in charge of cooking Thanksgiving dinner this year. So unfortunately, because of the government shutdown, we was in a shutdown for 2 months. It was like 2 months and 3 days. We was in the whole government shutdown. And people thought it was funny to make fun of other people for not having food stamps or not having a way to get food. I've been wanting to talk about this on YouTube for the longest, but it's like I was trying to find a way to address the issue without sounding offensive in a way. Because once I get to talking, I don't care what comes out of my mouth. But people, I was talking about it on TikTok, right? And people thought it was so funny that it's real life people out here that don't have a way to get food, didn't have a way to get a job because of whatever health conditions that's stopping them from getting a job and stuff like that. I just find it so hilarious because when things like this come around, that would actually show you people true colors. It's many ways for people to show you your true colors. But the government shutdown would definitely show people their true colors. And the way people was over here making fun of other people for not having food stamps and consider people on food stamps lazy. I think tell people that's on food stamps or lost their food stamps that they have to get jobs. It's crazy how God works for the people that got food stamps, right? Because before then, you couldn't work with food stamps, or else they were taking and you would owe money, a lot of money back to the food stamp company. But now Trump is making a way where you have to work and continue. You have to work in order to continue to have food stamps. And mind you, I'm more than welcome to go to work. Working, shit. Mind you, I worked 4 months before I took off on my first job. My very, very first job, my very, very first job I had, I worked like 4 months before I even called my boss and said, "Hey, can I take off?" Me working ain't nothing. I worked before. I don't mind working again. And if they say, "Oh, I gotta go to work to keep my food stamps," I'm like, "Bitch, I already filled out 15 applications before you can even think about sending me back to work." Before the government shut down, I was already filling out applications. So the jokes definitely rewrite themselves. Not only that, I was already in school to get another job. I already had a college degree on the way. My job, I am graduating in June. That's all you need to know. Um, like I just don't understand why people feel like it was okay to make fun of other people about losing their food stamps, and not only losing their food stamps, not being able to gain it back once the government shutdown was over. I don't find that funny, none whatsoever. But once again, people seem to forget that Trump made it where now people have to go to work in order to keep food stamps, to keep their food stamps, right? But check this out. I seen a video on TikTok of this nail artist who got into an argument with the customer and yelled out, "I seen your EBT card. My taxes are paying for that. I seen the EBT card. My taxes are paying for that." That's the most disrespectful ass shit I ever fucking heard coming from a professional nail artist. Ready to get your ass canceled. He yelled out, "I seen your EBT card in your wallet. My taxes paid for that." Bitch, okay, and why the fuck is you worried about what's in the lady's wallet for? Like, why is you worried about that? Why are you all up in her business? You don't know what that lady doing in order for her to receive that. Mind you, a lot of people worked. Okay, there's a lot of people who worked before they received food stamps. There's people who worked before they received Social Security. I wish people would stop saying, "Oh, my taxes did this and my taxes did that." Whole time, it wasn't even their taxes. For example, me, food stamps is based off of income. Okay, I don't know why people don't understand that. Food stamps is based off of income. Food stamps is based off of household income. Anybody that works in that household, they calculate that. And that's how you get the total amount for food stamps. They calculate everybody income, anybody that's working in the household. Some people are lucky that they don't get no income and they still get full benefits. Free health care through food stamps, meaning that they don't have to pay for health care. And I have heard about the rise of healthcare premiums, where you got other people who will have to pay $1,400 a month or $1,400 every 2 weeks for healthcare. Which is ridiculous. And I will say it again. Who is about to sit up here and pay $1,400 for healthcare premiums when we could barely afford a $1,400 rent for some people? And on top of that, the same people that was laughing at other people that couldn't afford to get food for Thanksgiving, that is crazy. That's the most selfish, envious, jealousy I ever seen, and evil. To sit up here and laugh at the fact that food stamps is was about to get canceled and people did not have a way to get food because they worked too much to get approved for food stamps. So let somebody in my circle, let somebody in my circle do some shit like that, and I promise you, they will get blocked. Let me be friends with somebody who laughing at another person for losing their food stamps and not having a way to get food. I promise you that person will get blocked. I'm not playing. Because God could definitely put you in their shoes and let you feel and let you see how it feels not to have a way to get food when you don't have a way to get off the government systems. When you don't have a way to get another source of income. Are you scared because they might go up on your rent to the point where they may go up on your rent to the point where you're not going to be able to afford to live where you're living now? Let one of my friends laugh at a situation like that, and I promise you, we will not be friends no more. Not today, not tomorrow, not next year. Like that is some low down, dirty ass shit. To laugh at somebody who don't have a weight, but you do. I can't believe how low down, dirty humans, actual human beings, can really be. That was just awful. The way I experienced people online. I had people in my comments laughing at me mad because food stamps was about to go away or about to expire. And they think I didn't have another way to get food. And I'm like, y'all laughing at me like I'm actually struggling to get food. Whole time I have a whole YouTube channel that I could get verified in 3 months. I got a whole Twitch that if I really put my blood, sweat, and tears in, I could get verified. And it's just that people are so quick to judge other people, they don't realize how quick God could put them in other people's shoes and let them feel how the other person is feeling. You know what I'm saying? People are so quick to laugh at other people that's in poverty, that live in a ghetto, but not knowing that God could put them in that same place. Quick, fast, in a heartbeat. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, you can't sit up here and pass judgment like, oh, you living better than them and you didn't have to struggle like the way they struggle. Whole time, God could put you right back in that spot right there. The same ghetto that you left at, the same ghetto that you pass by all the time, and be like, look, poor people. Guess what? You could be that same poor people that's gonna get left at. So unless you gotta help that person that's in property, rather than sitting up there and laughing, then if you're not gonna help that person, then why you guys like? Why these people got so much to say? These people got so much to say. Like they're about to sit up here and actually donate thousands of dollars to that person, donate clothes, shoes, all kind of shit to help them get out of poverty. But instead, they downgraded that person. They over here laughing at that person, showing up at the person's house to see if they really is living in the ghetto, the projects, or whatever the case might be. I think it's like it's horrible. The way people was going about things was horrible. You know, I would never be friends with something like that. Treat people just because they lost their food stamps or they can't get back on it. So sorry about that, y'all. But at the end of the day, you don't know what that person is going through until you walk a mile in their shoes. Okay? You don't know what they're going through until you walk. It's a whole different ball game. I was so disgusted on how people was acting. I should have did a regular video on YouTube about it, but I wanted to do a live stream. Um, people are definitely uneducated when it comes to food stamps and feel like they can speak on it. And honestly, whether we was able to get a job or not, at the end of the day, it's not your forte to put judgment on anybody that's on food stamps. But what I don't like about that is what I don't like about people that's on food stamps is that they try to play it off like they was never on it. Yeah, you got people that try to play it off like they was never on it, or playing it off like they own it currently. They own it currently, but try to put the base in their throat to get people to stop um talking about it because they feel so offensive. I'm like, what the fuck you feeling offensive for? Like, are you ownership? If so, don't be scared to say, yeah, I'm on food stamps. That's nothing to be ashamed of. To be on food stamps. If you need food, you need food. You need to eat, you need to eat. But don't sit up here and put people down just because other people don't have a way to get what they need to get. Like there's 1,000 people that can't afford medications without insurance. Okay? So you can't sit up here and call people what you want to call them just because they get certain things for free and or the government is paying for them. If the government is paying for their food, paying for their rent, paying for their way to get back and forth, oh well, that's the government. That's something you can't control. That's out of your hands. Okay, it's gonna go to them no matter what. And I was seeing this other video, right? I was seeing the video of the Chicago mother that got jumped a couple days ago. I seen that shit. I was speaking on it on TikTok. I seen that shit. I was so heartbroken for the mother. And then trying to find out nobody actually helped her do anything. Um, I was on Boss Lady's live stream listening to them talk about the Chicago mother. And um this other girl named Tasha or something. Sorry if I couldn't pronounce her name wrong. But this other girl named Tasha came up and she said she just seen a live stream speaking about the same situation, and she said this is coming from the mother who got jumped by the kids, saying that nobody helped her get a house, nobody helped her get a job, nobody helped her get a car, and nobody helped her get money. Like she was so confused. The mother was so confused. And then I went back and saw that same well, I didn't see the whole live stream, but I saw part of the live stream. Well, she was in the doctor's office and she sat up there and confirmed that what everybody's saying was a lie. She didn't get no money. She didn't get no car. She didn't get no new house, and she damn sure didn't get no new job. So I don't know where that lie was coming from. And I was so mad about it because everybody was cheering her on, like the city done did something good for her, but whole time the city did this shit. They were just up and barking for no reason. They were just up and barking for no reason. But I also wanted to point this out. Some of the parents, some of the parents and the people that was on TikTok speaking about the kids that beat up the mother, talk about, oh, they need their ass whooped. They need their ass whooped. But the whole time, half of them probably don't even whoop their own kids' ass. So how you gonna sit up here and tell another parent to whoop their kid's ass when you don't whoop your own kid's ass? But like, let's talk about that part. And I'm gonna show ask, um, do you whoop your own kid's ass? And if they said no, I'm gonna be like, okay, so why are you telling me to whoop my kid's ass if you don't whoop your own kid's ass? Fuck out of my face, like get out of my face. That's so crazy delusional. And then somebody in the video, I didn't even like hear them say it, but somebody said that they pointed out how it was a little boy that in that same video that beat up the mama or helped beat up the mama. She could have said one of the kids have shouted out, "That's why you look like Shamar." And somebody tagged Shamar in the video, or sent, they either tagged him or sent it to him, and he made a video saying the same thing. Everybody else is saying, "Y'all are like these kids are bad as fuck. These kids need their ass whooped." Another rapper to go by the name of Tokyo Tony, she said the same thing. They need their ass whooping. Matter of fact, she would take the kid to the lady that the kid beat up, and she would tell the lady to whoop her ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? These kids are really out of control. And then the same incident, yeah, the same incident happened in a whole nother state in Millen. Millen. The same incident happened in a whole nother state. A group of kids jumped another mother. As of this point, it's becoming dangerous. As of this point, it's becoming a movement because they know that their parents can't touch them. They know the only people that can't touch them is really the school, and the school I don't know what's going on with the school, but I am sure know for a fact that it's not protecting the kids that are victimized by the bullying that be going on. This same mother that lives in Chicago that got jumped by that group of kids has been complaining to the school for the past 2 years, saying that they've been harassing her, stalking her. They've been sending her all kind of shit, going by her house, and the school has not done anything. Because most of the time they're gonna say, "Oh well, if it's not on school property, then there's nothing we can do." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'm just gonna go by the police. If there's nothing the police can do, then I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, and I'm gonna tear that ass up. I'm gonna put out a good old fashioned tear that ass up method. A good little, you know what I'm saying? A little pop pop." So yeah, like that was just some good ass shit. Bro. They didn't have to die like that. They did not have to sit up here and lie the way they lied about trying to help that lady. And I think another person also came up and said that anybody helped us. I don't know why they over here um like anybody helped her the way they said they helped us. I don't know why they coming up here and saying that shit. Like I don't know who started that lie or what, but they was dead ass wrong for that. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to go get me some juice. Okay, yeah, I'm back. But yeah, like that whole incident with the Chicago. Alright, my phone was tweaking for a minute. But yeah, never once have I ever laid hands on anybody that had anything to do or help raise me. Like we had arguments, we had fights, but I never once right into God. God can strike me down right now if I'm lying. I never once laid hands on anybody. Okay, I never went outside to lay hands on anybody. I never once laid hands on anybody as a child that was an adult watching over me. But yeah, the way they kids, oh excuse me, the way them kids did at Chicago mother was terrible. And one of the mothers that came forward and seen that shit, didn't even take the matter seriously with that fake ass apology. They didn't even take the shit seriously. So everybody saying like both of them up, like both of them up, you know. But other than that, the government shutdown is lifted until January 31st, which gives people time to do a whole stockpile from now until January 31st. There's plenty of time to do a stockpile for food, medical supplies, anything you might need in case of an emergency. Like we're supposed to be getting a snowstorm, an actual snowstorm real soon. So you want to do a stockpile for that. Gloves, emergency kit, flashlights that don't need to be charged up. Extra batteries for everything. Double A, triple A, triple C, double D's, all that. Um, Other than that, I was in charge of Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, I was in charge of Thanksgiving dinner this year, and I threw the fuck down as usual. No, any other time, like I don't feel like cooking. I told my mom if I'm gonna be in charge of Thanksgiving dinner, they'll ask me to cook for the next 2 weeks. I tell the week of Thanksgiving comes, do not ask me to cook. Now, the very, very last time I did cook them something, I made them a big pan of spaghetti, which cost $150 to feed a whole house with. Cause you gotta triple everything. Um, my nephew is a picky ass eater, so he didn't really eat it that much. Man, not actually, no, he didn't really eat it at all. But surprisingly, my other picky sister ate it. My nephew didn't, but my other picky sister ate it. She loves lasagna and pizza. I mean, lasagna, yeah, pizza too, and spaghetti. She eat that. But everybody said the food was good. I ain't really hear. I ain't hear no complaints on anything. Um, Everything I made, turkey, glazed ham. I made a glazed ham. But that shit, that motherfucking ham was busting. Okay. I have you asleep with your thumb stuck in your mouth. Wait, no, that ain't sound right. That ain't sound right. But yeah, I have y'all ass sleep, but you suck your thumb. Okay, that's how good my food came out. Came out, And I said, you know what? Nah, fuck it. I'm gonna just wind up cooking the food myself because it's a specific way that I cook food, and I want it to come out tasting good. Now my mom has got better when it comes to seasoning food. When I said my mom can make some mean ass neck bones and pot roast, like she can make some mean ass neck bones and pot roast. If anything, I would for her. If anything, I would for her to make the neck bones and pot roast. Cause ooh, I don't know what seasoning she used for her pot roast, but she be using them. Like she be using them, okay? And it be come out tasting so good, so flavorful. It don't be salty either. But you know, she don't got she can't stand up no more. So she anytime I come over she leaves me to cook, which I don't mind. But she trying to cook for 7 people and two picky ass eaters is very difficult. It's very, very difficult to cook where you got picky ass eaters. Um Everything I make for Thanksgiving, I make that traditional food. And then I always make my spaghetti that they like. They call it my famous spaghetti. It's like a certain way I make it that they only would eat it if I eat. Not I eat, but they will only eat spaghetti if either I make it or my little sister make it. But they really love the way I make spaghetti. I don't know why, but I guess it's the way I season it or whatever. I use different sauces. Um, I use different sauces and I mix certain seasonings and certain sauces together to make it really taste good. To make it taste really good. And they request it every time. Anytime they make fried chicken, they want me to make spaghetti with it. I had an issue with it last time because my only goal was to make spaghetti one night. And at the very last minute, my mom added chicken to the menu, and I'm like, I was not aware that I was supposed to make chicken and spaghetti because I was only making spaghetti one night for dinner, and she made it such a big ass fuss that oh yeah, we have to make the chicken, we have to make the chicken. I'm like, well, first of all, making the spaghetti was tiring. Okay, making spaghetti for 7 people was very tiring. Um, I had to clean the kitchen up and cook dinner. Like nobody helped me with cleaning the kitchen up, so I had to use majority of my energy cleaning the kitchen up and cooking dinner too. And top of that, by the time I got done with the spaghetti, I was tired as hell. I was already out of energy, and my mom wanted me to stand up for actually 2 hours making some baked chicken for the spaghetti. I'm like, no, you should have told me that at the very beginning, but not at the last motherfucking minute. So we had a little argument over it. We had that argument over it. She got mad and stuff, but I still want to make it, but not as good as I wanted to be. But that was still a lot of work. By the time I got done, I was so damn tired. I'm like, shit, fuck that whole kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that whole kitchen. But food still turned out good. I made some the spaghetti chicken one day, and then a couple of days after, so like a week or two after, I'm making lasagna. And it's a homemade lasagna. At the Thanksgiving, which was yesterday, I wound up cooking turkey, glazed ham, spaghetti, baked macaroni and cheese, baked chicken thighs, some collard greens mixed with mustard greens, and what else I made? I made some cornbread dressing. And I wound up just buying a can of cranberry sauce. And I think that's about it. I wanted to make some potato salad, but I'm like, bro, we always be in the store for damn near 2 hours going on three. The store was mad crowded. Okay, the store is mad motherfucking crowded. And then we was already over budget as is. Like we was already over budget. So that being said, like it was still a few ingredients that we was missing. It was mostly for the potato salad. And then as for the dressing, we had most of the ingredients for the dressing. Matter of fact, we actually had everything for the dressing. The only thing I did not add was the eggs. That's the only thing I didn't add was the eggs. But the dressing still came out good though. Okay? It came out nice and moist, golden brown at the top, really flavorful, a lot of flavor in there. And I made sure I got the poultry seasoning. Okay? The poultry seasoning has sage in it. So that I really didn't know. I didn't know poultry seasoning had sage in it. So I'm like, instead of just getting sage, well I did regular sage and poultry seasoning too. I could get both of them. But I really didn't know that poultry seasoning had sage in it. I was today years old when I found out poultry seasoning had sage. So I want to use poultry seasoning for the dressing, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika. I I think I used steak seasoning as well. The steak seasoning actually came out really good too. That brought out a lot of the flavor in the dressing. And then I didn't make cornbread dressing from scratch, so we wound up buying the dressing mix already pre-made, and then just added the rest of the ingredients. So instead of the cream of mushrooms, we wound up substituting the cream of mushrooms for cream of onion and cream of onion and cream of chicken soup. And then I recently found out that Campbell's was selling what was it, lab grown meat or something in the damn soup. They said the meat in the Campbell soup wasn't even real. And the CEO and the vice president was speaking on it. Somebody was secretly recording them, and they said that, oh yeah, it's fake meat in the soups that they make. So the Campbell brand, yeah, it's fake meat in there, and they admitted it over a secret recording that it's fake meat in the Campbell soup, and they won't even eat it because they know for a fact it's fake meat. So I'm like, okay, so if you not gonna eat it, what made you think we want to eat it? What made you think anybody want to eat it if you're not gonna eat it? Why is it fair for you not to eat your own brain, but we have to eat it? Like, make that make sense? Um, I just find it weird, like back to the government shutdown. I just find it weird how they shut the government down right before the holidays. Like anytime there was a government shutdown, it was never like right before the holidays. It was never like a month away from Thanksgiving or Christmas or New Year's and stuff like that. It was always like either in the summer or before the summer started. It was a government shutdown, but it was never in the fall or the winter where the three biggest holidays come around. And that's where the stores make the most money is through the holidays. But it was just weird how the whole government shutdown happened, and then the government shutdown, they would have stayed blaming the Democrats for the government shutdown for a whole time. Um, the White House is controlled by who was it? The representatives, right? The Republicans. The Republicans controls the White House. How the hell it was the Democrats' fault that it was a whole government shutdown if the Republicans was controlling the White House. Now, the whole time I was watching them and listening to them talk. They saying everything that the Democrats is doing, but what the Republicans are doing. The Democrats are pointing out everything that the Republicans are doing. But everything the Republicans are pointing out that the Democrats was doing sound too much like the Republicans, because I never once heard of the Republicans having a government shutdown because they can't get what they want. Now I said it from the beginning that this don't sound like it's the not the Republicans, but this don't sound like that it's the Democrats' fault that the government shutdown is shut down. Because if the Republicans are in charge of the White House and the Democrats are in charge of healthcare, make them make sense. Because if there's a government shutdown, it would be because of the Republicans calling for a government shutdown, not the Democrats. Because I think it's like a certain amount of seats that the Democrats have to have in order to have full control over the White House, which right now they don't. So I'm kind of confused on that part. They trying to make it look like it's the Democrats' fault for um, having a government shutdown, but I know for a fact it's the Republicans' fault for having a government shutdown, and all the evidence that they were trying to put on the Democrats really was the Republicans. Okay, the Republicans was doing all the evil work, but they was trying to put it on the Democrats, try to get everybody to hate the Democrats, and on top of that, to distract us from really what's going on. Now, these Epstein files, I could care less about the Epstein files because half the time, damn near the whole Hollywood system is a damn pedophile. Okay? Damn near everybody in Hollywood has slept with an underage girl. And at this point, I don't even give a fuck about it. I'm not even gonna bother reporting on the Epstein file case because I'm not trying to argue with nobody. I ain't argue with nobody, mama. If you don't like how I state my facts and opinions or how I post my receipts, I don't care. Go argue with your mammy, not with me, because I don't give a fuck about the Epstein files. So they try that shit with Bill Cosby. They try that shit with R. Kelly. They try that shit with P Diddy. They had tried that shit with somebody else before, trying to say that a famous dude slept with an underage girl. And try to find out the famous dude was trying to buy a company, either trying to buy a company or start his own company, and they got scared because it was a black dude that was trying to start their own company, and they know for a fact that company is going to skyrocket to the point where it's going to put another person's company that ran by white people out of business. It's going to put them out of business because they know for a fact that we can put them out of business. So with that being said, it's like it's a bunch of people being framed, and the biggest case right now, the biggest case is like I don't understand. Well, nothing else will work. The only thing they now can go based off of is a great case. That's the only thing they can pin, and that's the only thing they know for a fact that can stick. Wait to pin a grape case, even though they didn't do anything to the child, never met the child, never touched the child a day in their life. They know how to pin stuff to the point where, oh yeah, even if they prove that even though they could prove that they did not do it, it could still run with them like a dark cloud. And you know what I'm saying? And that's been going on in Hollywood for the longest. Oh, this water hot. So anytime a black man anytime like a black man that's famous, that got money, is trying to buy something that's cost more than what the white people could afford to get, like at this point, just hanging up because you can. I could sit up here and be like, yeah, I got money, I can buy whatever I want to buy, and not worry about Hollywood getting in my way. And I said what I said. Not worry about Hollywood getting in my way while I have the money. I sit in my own private mansion, my own private island, or whatever the case might be. And like, why the fuck, you know what I'm saying? The government feel like they can control everybody's life, and they feel like freedom of speech is not really freedom of speech. They just say that shit so we have something to really talk about or think about. But the whole time, we really don't have freedom of speech. But anyway, y'all, I gotta clean my room up. I gotta wash clothes. I'm about to get sleepy real quick. You know what I'm saying? And this food ideas is kicking in. Whole time, I really didn't make me a full plate like that. By the time I got done cooking, I was tired. I was just really up here nibbling on food. Like, I didn't even make a full plate like everybody else did. I made me a little simple plate. I had put me a little piece of ham, a little piece of dressing. I took a little piece of turkey, some bread, and that's about it. My stepdad, he was trying to wait on a ham so long. He might not get any patient. I keep telling my stepdad, you need to eat. Like, you need to eat. You get it older. I know you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you need to eat. But he was like, nah, he was determined that he was going on this ham because I want to cook everything else but the ham. By the time I got done cooking, it was like 8 or 9 o'clock. So he said, nah, I want the ham. So I'm like, shit, I'm going to go ahead and put the ham in the oven. So by the time I put the ham in the oven and took the ham out, it was like 9:30. And I said, I went and checked on it midway. Around like 8 o'clock, I checked on it, and I said, it's gonna be another hour for that ham. You need to eat something. You went all day without eating. And he was like, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm like, bruh, you went all day. Barely ate anything. The good thing you ate was a breakfast plate that I made, which was some toast. I made him 2 pieces of toast, some cheesy eggs, and some maple sausage. 2 maple sausages. And earlier that morning he was like eating some cereal, but like he was really trying to wait on him. And I was not going to sleep. I stayed up until like 1 o'clock a.m. The day before to clean the kitchen up and scrub that stove down. And then by the time I got done with all day, I was tired as fuck, so I wanted to go to bed and I would get up until like 10 something. And I didn't get started the turkey until around 11 something. And then I put the turkey in until about 2 or 3 because I wanted the turkey to marinate for at least an hour or 2 hours. I think I did what I'm doing 2 hours on marinating the turkey. So the turkey turned out actually really good. But other than that, yeah, like the government is weird, the United States is weird, and we are a whole lot laughing stock of the demo country. And we are a whole laughing stock. And we're being used as guinea pigs, all of us. Every last one of us is being used as a guinea pig, whether you like it or not. We are the lab rats for the government to do experiments on. That Campbell's Chicken and Soup Company, yeah, They confirmed that we are actually lab rats. They said it without actually saying it. So they went and tested us to see if we would eat the lab grown meat or fake meat. And I've been told people a long time ago during the summertime when I first heard about it. When I first heard about it, there was advertising the lab grown meat on, where was it? I originally sent it on Instagram. And they was advertising lab grown meat like it was gonna be a good thing, and everybody said hell no, they ain't eating that. So eventually they stopped buying meat. It's just bought the vegetables, but trying to find out they was modifying the vegetables and modifying the fruits as well. So now everything is literally lab grown, and nothing tastes like fruit anymore. Like nothing tastes like fruit, like the actual fruit. But I told y'all a long time ago. I told y'all over the summer in 2025, over the summer, that there was selling lab grown meat. Lab grown meat. You know what I'm saying? And when I saw videos of it, I was right. And Campbell's confirmed that they were selling lab grown meat. And if they've been selling was actually fake. Well, shit, I be able to eat that shit now. But I don't even eat Campbell's. I don't even eat Campbell's. But Campbell's better go out of business. They better watch what they is surrounded by. Okay? They better watch their surroundings, watch that people get close to them, because they just opened up a whole lawsuit. But everybody be careful. I hope everybody ate good. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming. And happy Thanksgiving. And also happy Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, and New Year's. Happy holidays. Y'all be safe. Stay blessed up. And always remember, God is watching. God love you. God loves everybody. Ciao.